There is often debate about the measurable impact an effective chair can have on a board and subsequently the organisation. In this video, the chairs offer their insights into the difference an effective chair can make both to a board and the organisation. They talk about the ability of an effective chair to lead and inspire others, to facilitate rigorous decision making, and to build a healthy boardroom culture which fosters cohesion and teamwork.
A good chair will result in a harmonious board, and a harmonious board is the pinnacle in terms of getting an organisation to be functionally rich and to be able to do things, to be able to cope with difficulties when they come up, to be able to reach out further than they have done before, to have some vision, to not be afraid to express views, ask questions, and make decisions, to be able to manage risk. See, a lot of what boards do basically comes down to risk-based management or risk management. And if they're not afraid, because it is a good functioning board and everyone gets their point of view across and a decision is reached by consensus, then they're more likely to sort of put things forward that will help enrich the organisation and expand the organisation's role and functions in the future.
Yep. So a good chair creates a good culture within that team. People want to come to meetings, they're interested in what's going to be discussed, they come prepared to brainstorm and input their thoughts and their ideas. They're open to change, they're open to new ideas. They don't micromanage, they're willing to let the CEO manage the organisation but hear from them and have good communication with the organisation. And a good team also is willing to receive feedback as well and willing to self-evaluate and say, how are we doing? Are we doing well? Are we governing well? Are we fulfilling our responsibilities? They really should be able to enjoy their role and at the end of the day be passionate about their organisation and what the organisation is doing in the community. So that will definitely have a ripple effect right down to the clients. Yeah.
Well, I think a board with an effective chair, hopefully it'll be a happier board because the meeting should be more efficient. People should feel that they've had a fair say, that they've been listened to, that all ideas are considered, and that the resolutions that are recorded are the resolutions that were in fact agreed to by the meeting, and that they have been correctly recorded where they wanted their dissent recorded. It's in the minutes. So I think that an efficiently run meeting, to my mind, indicates that the organisation's in fairly good shape as well, so that the right material is coming forward in the right form.
That's actually the most important function, I suppose, or the most important consequence of a functional board, and therefore good leadership by the chair. A strong functional board that takes seriously its obligation to make decisions, come to conclusions and give clear direction to management. And that in turn creates rigour within the organisation because management realises that you do your homework before you get to the board table, because if you want a decision to go through, it's actually going to be quite rigorously tested at the board table one way or the other. And that in turn is just, I think, is a good thing for the organisation because, as we know, scarce resources in the not-for-profit sector, the rigour that kind of culture engenders means closer attention to our scarce resources, means closer attention to our stakeholders, to all the different elements that a good board will demand.
I think a good chair inspires the other directors to perform at a high level, rather than just coming along to your meeting once a month and having a little bit of discussion, having a nice meal, a cup of tea, and everything. Actually inspires people to get engaged in the organisation, to get yourselves the passion, it gets people engaged, it makes it go, and provides leadership for the whole of the organisation as well. I remember my Blue Care time going out to dinners and award nights and all sorts of things, and people were very appreciative to see the chairman there, to take the time and actually, hey, we have a leader in this organisation, he's here, he's doing things, he knows about our issues at the coalface, and I can't understate the importance of that. I can't overstate the importance of that. Yeah, it was really good.
Well, I think it comes back to some of those things of inspiration and enthusiasm. I think an effective chair will lead to an engaged board, a board who aren't just waiting for instructions and waiting to be asked to say yes or no in response to a motion on the agenda. But I think a really effective chair will lead to a board, will lead to a board environment where people take it seriously, where they want to see the organisation succeed and recognise their role in that. It's a limited role because some of it depends obviously on the staff, but the board can be a positive contributor to that. And I think the effective chair will lead to a board who are on song, almost natural advocates, for the mission of the organisation, and will probably be alert between board meetings to media reports or resources or contacts that could be useful to the organisation. They're just engaged. And as far as does that create a more effective organisation, that's a harder question, I think. But I believe the answer is yes in the long term, because some of these intangibles that come with a culture of enthusiasm and alignment, I think over time will influence things like how the CEO is evaluated or recruited or replaced, how the strategy is refined and articulated and developed.
It is evident that a good chair contributes to cohesion in the boardroom, or what was described as a harmonious board or team. This in turn leads to a rigorous decision making, which is essential for the continued functioning of an organisation. This is achieved in part through a chair's ability to inspire others to perform at a high level and to take their role seriously. Perhaps all of this is best summed up by saying that an effective chair creates a boardroom culture and climate that facilitates ongoing growth and development of the board and the organisation.